All right, so this is for all my ladies who manage autoimmune symptoms and you are a entrepreneur. Okay, so what do you do when you're having a flare up? So I want to just give you some quick and easy tips today that will help you reset your body so that you can get back doing the things that you love. All right, so nobody likes a flare up. It can last for a day, it can last for a month. Hopefully it wouldn't last longer than that for you, but let's talk about how we can reduce that time that we are in a flare up. Okay, so um, let's keep it really easy. The first thing, let's think about our nutrition. Okay, so um, what causes or triggers autoimmune? Inflammatory foods. Okay, so let's think about this. Your body, if it has autoimmune conditions, it always has this underlying high inflammation. Think about it as a pit of fire, okay? So when you're feeling really good and your energy is high, everything is working really well, you can think of it that the flames are maybe like this high. When you have a flare up, the flames are bigger. Okay, so what is in inflammatory foods? It is basically putting fuel on the fire. So if you are in the middle of a flare up, your flames are up here. What happens when we pour gasoline on it? It explodes. Okay, so saying this with all love, the most, I don't want to say dumb, but I will speak for myself and say the dumbest thing that I can do in a semi flare up or a big flare up is eat inflammatory foods, which are gluten, dairy, processed sugar, possibly nightshades. Okay. So those aren't good for someone with autoimmune on a good day. But if you aren't feeling good, I mean, do you want a big fire or do you want a little bit of fire? The choice is yours. But I'm just saying that if you eat foods that have high inflammatory levels when you're already inflamed, you're just adding fuel to your fire, which is going to make it take longer for you to recover. Okay, said in love. Next thing is look at your day, look at your physical activity. So for me, I love weightlifting, but if I am having a flare up longer than a week, I'm going to start looking at my workout routines and I'm going to scale things back for a little bit until I get feeling better. So perhaps walking, maybe I'm not going to walk as fast, maybe I'm not going to do as high of an incline, maybe I'm not going to walk for an hour. Maybe I'm going to walk for 45 minutes, but it's going to be a slower pace without an incline. I'm going to play with that to what feels good in my body, like what I'm able to do. And the goal is that when I finish walking, I feel energized for the day, not dragging and not in pain. Then I'm going to decide, is weightlifting on the plan this week or do I do something different, such as doing eccentrics or mobility or functional stretching with walking. So, there are days where if you're feeling good, you can go harder and heavier. But if you are having a flare up, just double check your workouts and see like what supports you right now. What do you need to scale back on? Also, look at your schedule, look at your business schedule. Is there something that you can hire out or do you need to reschedule appointments? I know that's not very fun. I personally don't like to reschedule. It's like massive emergency. In fact, the only time I remember can't like rescheduling a client was when I had COVID. And I was like really sick for 2 weeks and had residual effects for a few months. So it was a few years ago. So, but there are things that I can look at in my schedule that maybe aren't necessary for me to attend. Like I like to, it's great for my business, but if it's not necessary, like it could be something that we take off our schedule for the week just to give us a little more flex time. Also, make sure you're hydrating well, putting minerals in your water, drinking electrolytes, make sure you're getting enough protein and that you're getting enough fibrous foods. 25 milligrams or 25 grams a day of fiber is like the bare minimum. Really want to shoot for 30 to 40, you'll feel better, I promise. Um, So those could be beneficial as too. Also, make sure that you're going to sleep at a good time. You might want to go to bed earlier. Um, Maybe sleep a little bit longer, depends on your body. But again, listen to your body. But everything you want to do is all with how can you bring the fire down? What is inflammatory? Reducing stressful conversations, adding in some somatic healing, adding in some journaling. Those are good. Sauna, cold water therapy, what are things like that? Vibration plate is really good. So, what are the things that you have that you can do? The whole goal while you're in a flare up is to bring this huge fire down, down, down. So the quicker you can do that, the better you'll feel. So, all right. So, who are my women entrepreneurs out there? Give a shout out below. Let me know if this helps you, if you are dealing with autoimmune. And I hope this helps.